What do you think about these protesters?
I suppose they've got a right to protest, which is fine. But in regards to disrupting what's going on in the city, it's caused me a few problems getting to work the last couple of days.
Did you think twice about wearing a nice suit?
When I sat out in the morning, yes, I did, and my
New World
did actually recommend that we dress down for these couple of days. But at the end of the day, you know, if something's going to happen.
Is that the promise for a new world order?
Well, protesters are leaving their mark during President Obama's trip. You see some of it here outside Britain's Central Bank and Royal Bank of Scotland. Hundreds of demonstrators filling the streets, clashing with police, trying to disrupt the G20 summit, using their voices and their fists to send Mr. Obama and world leaders a message. Nick Robertson has more.
They came, they chanted, they were cornered, or kettled as it's known here. Protesters penned in by police and pounced upon at any hint of aggression. The tough tactics successfully keeping a lid on protests, which the police feared
keep an eye out
terrorists
for
might
true protesters and provocateurs here.
The potent terrorist threat is there. We've got all the world leaders here in one place in the capital. So our plan has always been far more wide-ranging than dealing with some protests.
Yeah, there's the provocateurs. Where was the police when they was doing that?
Protesters smashed their way into a bank at the
Look at all the
heart of
cameramen
London's financial
around.
district. But they never got close to the Obamas. This particular street battle, several miles from Buckingham Palace, where at roughly the same time the First Lady and the Queen were having their much talked about encounter. Outside the G20 headquarters in the Excel Centre, protests were peaceful and causes
See, there's the peaceful protesters. That's the way we are.
To stop police brutality. We need change in Congo. We need those people to act.
The polar bears are dying, and that is wrong. So we're saying, if you want to save the polar bears, you have to save the environment.
There were Somalis, Ethiopians, Eritreans, young socialists as well, all trying to get heard. Some even tried borrowing Obama's own message, but they stole none of his G20 thunder.
The protesters here can shout all they want, but the reality is they're not going to be heard by the delegates in the Excel Centre.
Yeah, probably because they had to go to a
and even when they
free
do
speech
come
zone.
racing out in their motorcades, they'll come past here so quickly.
Like they do here in America, they put you so far away that,
As
you're not even
President
seen or
Obama
heard.
continues his European tour, kettling is becoming a new buzzword. The debate over its use growing.
You know, they'll frighten people off from coming again. And also people who kind of seen it in the media and the press will be frightened of protesting, and we have a right to protest.
For the police, the Prime Minister and President Obama, the G20 will likely be remembered as mostly an
See, wonder why they keep putting a New World Promise
Nick Robertson,
down there.
CNN, London.
Well, the protesters